A good look as we're ready. Chuck Jones at center court throws the ball in the air, and the tap is controlled by the Razorbacks. And they'll bring it front court with Acuff, handing it off to Brazil. And now Acuff with the basketball again. Driving left side is Acuff, puts up the jumper off the bounce. He had a toe on the line, so that is a two-point basket. But he does give the Hogs the early advantage. Bama coming the other way with Allen. Now to Sherrill. Aiden will hand it off to Philon. Plays through a little contact. Plays off of a screen now. Goes left. Flips it in the corner to Jemison. London will pick it up and hand it off to Sherrill. Shot clock down to 10. As Aiden will hand it off to Aiden Holloway. Driving left open on the left side of the lane. Got to the bucket and laid it in to tie it at 2 apiece.
Good initial defense by Arkansas, but Alabama stayed patient on the offensive end. Typically, they don't have to, but it paid off. Aiden Holloway with an easy lay-in.
Brazil to Thomas and then to Acuff. Acuff between the circles, comes to Thomas, driving in the lane, throws the lob underneath to Pringle, caught it, laid it in, and drew a foul from Sherrill in the process.
That's a beautiful pass inside from Malik Thomas. Got it up high. We talked about it in the pregame show. Nick Pringle can do that. Go up, catch alley-oops. A lot of contact. It was the right call. He was able to finish off the glass and in a potential three-point play.
Sherrill got his head turned. He was trying to find him, just couldn't get the body on him before Nick was able to go up for the shot, got it to go in, and hits the free throw as well. So the and one for the Hogs give them the 5-2 advantage. Here comes Bama the other way, down by 3 early on. Pringle to Holloway to Allen, back to Sherrill, who throws it far side to Jemison. He'll drive and dish near side to Allen. Amari working against Richmond, trying to back his way into the paint. Does. Stops, spins, up and under. Count it, and he's fouled. And now it'll be Amari Allen trying to answer the and one of the Hogs with one of his own.
Back-to-back possessions where it looked like Arkansas had Alabama where they wanted them. But Amari Allen able to use his strength and patience, back his man down, take the contact. Didn't look like much was there, but he was able to muscle it up and in, and one opportunity coming up.
Richmond's first, team first on the Hogs. The and one good, and both sides have just matched each other. A couple of field goals followed by a couple of and ones, and with 18.5 minutes to go in the opening half of play, we got a 5-5 ball game. Thomas with the dribble to the near side, stops at the elbow, pull-up jumper is good. Both sides red hot, a little early on. Here is Philon the other way for Bama, gets to the right side, gets into the paint, drives, lays it up, missed it, and the rebound's controlled by Brazil, and now the Hogs want to run. Richmond steps through in the lane, puts it up and good with the left hand, and the Razorbacks haven't missed, and they've got a 9-5 lead. 2 minutes exactly into this one.
Alabama had the best look of the game so far. LeBaron Philon just missed an open layup. I think he thought the defender was coming over to block the shot.
Here's Philon with it now, right of the circle, dribbles to the wing, gives it off to Sherrill in the paint, throws the lob, and Jemison throws it home. Beautiful pass from Aiden to London, who brings it down, and it's a 2-point game, 9-7 Hogs with the ball in the lead.
There's not a lot of 6'11 centers who can make that play on the run. Beautiful pass from Sherrill.
Richmond misses the three, and here comes the Tide ripping and running. It's the little man Holloway leaving it for Philon. Back to Sherrill, back to Philon. He'll drive, stop, flip it over to Holloway. I'll take my chances with that all night long, and he knocks it home.
Target practice for Aiden Holloway. He was wide open. Alabama able to get out in transition, suck the defense into the lane. Holloway all by himself, got his feet set. Nothing but net.
Bank first 3 of the game for the Crimson Tide. Razorbacks have it. Bama with a 1-point lead at 10-9. 3 minutes into this one. Richmond fires it over to the far side. Thomas to the top of the arc, to the elbow, spins, goes back right wing, gets a return feed from Richmond, now has it back beyond the arc. Down low he goes. Pringle puts it up, no good. Rebound claimed on the near side by Allen. Here comes Bama the other way, working it ahead to Jemison. London to the rack. Jemison throws it home. 12-9 Bama's. The Hogs hurry it out of the net, get the other way. Now they'll set it up as Bama filled in defensively. They pull up right side, jumper rolls off, no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Allen. Here comes Amari the other way. No numbers, he'll stop on the wing, spots up, 3, bottom.
He didn't have numbers until he did. He got past the initial defender. Nobody came and picked him up, and Alabama getting out in transition and extending the lead.
Timeout, Arkansas brings us to the media break. 16-16 remaining first half. We got a 15-9 score between Alabama and Arkansas. Good guys on top here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
A physical play on the offensive end by the Razorbacks.
Here's Allen with the basketball left to the circle, driving, dishing into the corner. Bolbo in a dribble and a handoff goes to Phylon. LeBaron stopping on the low block. Tough leaner off the window, wouldn't go. Rebound tipped out, but right into the hands of Acuff. He'll drive the other way, gets to the rim, lays it up and in for two. Explosive move to make it a 2-point game. 15-13 now with 15:20 to go in the first half on the clock. Bolbo in top of the arc for three, short, and the rebound claimed again by Acuff. He's getting everything on both ends. Acuff brings it front court, feeds it right wing, gets an immediate pass back, fires it left side to Richmond, who drives into the lane. Leaner with the left hand is good, and a 6-0 run by the Hogs ties it up at 15 all with 15 minutes exactly to go here in the opening half. Amari Allen on the drive, gets to the lane, flipped it up, missed it, rebounded his own miss, lays it up again and got it to go.
Great effort by Amari Allen, but Alabama now has missed two wide open layups. Not sure that one may have slipped out of his hands. He was all by himself, but fortunately got it back.
Like he went for a little extra style on the finger roll and shot it right over the rim when he did so. The runner missed by Acuff, and here comes Bama the other way. Left wing Phylon surveying the floor, calls for a screen, doesn't get it, flips it out to Allen, back over to Phylon. Now he wants a screen from Amari, does get it, slips it, stops, shoots a three, hits it. Bama knocking down another bank first three, the Tide 3 of 3 from the arc, and Alabama now is 3 of 4, now with a 20-15 advantage. Richmond left alone, 17 feet out, misses the jumper, rebound tipped into the hands of Millette, flips it over to Phylon, and we're running. LeBaron stops, leans, throws it over to Bolbo, back now to Phylon, center of the floor. He'll work to the left wing, has a defender on his hip, drives, stops, looks, near side Millette, squares up, shoots, misses the three. Rebound claimed again on the weak side by Acuff. He'll run to the other end of the floor, he'll go to the rack, and he'll lay it in. Man, he has been a one-man show on both ends of the floor for the Hogs.
Got to stop the ball when Darius Acuff has it. Easier said than done. Alabama's been in pretty good defensive position on a couple of occasions, but Acuff ends up with a lay-in.
Allen for three, no good. May have rushed that one a little bit or forced it. Here comes Arkansas the other way, down three. Acuff with it, working down the lane again. Had it stripped by Wright till it went off his leg, we thought out of bounds. But Chuck Jones says, nope, it's going to be Arkansas basketball, and not much argument from the Bama side, as we'll see Holloway check in for Phylon, and we'll also see Sherrell check in for Amari Allen for the Crimson Tide. The Hogs will make a change as well, getting Malik Ewan into the game, replacing Nick Pringle. So 20-17, still our score. Bama on top, but Arkansas with the ball with 13-12 to go in the opening half. Ball thrown into the left corner, but deflected out of bounds by Jemison. Good play by London, keeping it away from Trevin Brazil, but the Hogs will inbound it now in the left corner. Side court, actually, in front of the Bama bench. Wagner to inbound it, gets it to Brazil, and then back out to Acuff. Reitzel drawing the assignment on the all-star for the Hogs. They flip it right of the circle to Brazil. He'll drive in high, runner off the glass is good. Nice bucket there to make it a one-point game. Bama the ball in the slimmest of leads. Here's Holloway, back to Sherrell, pivots, dribbles to his right a couple of times, a third, and then a handoff literally to Millette, who got clotheslined. No whistle there for either side. Both head coaches upset that there was no whistle on either team. Here comes Reitzel now. Luttrell working. Shot clock down to 6. Runner blocked by Acuff and then knocked out of bounds by Jemison. They're going to call him for a foul.
That's a really good defensive possession by Arkansas. Nate Oates didn't like the fact that a foul wasn't called. John Calipari complaining as well, but looked like it was a hold as Alabama was trying to run a high pick and roll. Arkansas physical on both ends of the floor, and Alabama doesn't end up with a very good shot.
If this were football, it'd been 15 yards for the clothesline and maybe looking at a replay for possible ejection for contact above the shoulders. We've got a 20-19 score. Bama up by 1, but Arkansas's got the ball with 12:21 and ticking time left. Opening half here at Coleman Coliseum. Jalil Bethia now drawing the assignment on Acuff. Step back, fall away jumper good from 18 feet, and the Hogs have gone back up. It's 21-20. Nearing the 12-minute mark of the first half, here is Holloway to Sherrill in the paint. Gets under control as he often does, but flips it out to Millett as they did a good job defensively, the Hogs did, on the Bama big man. To Holloway going left, stopping, looking, playing off the screen, gives it inside to Sherrill, steps through two defenders, laid it up and had it blocked by Brazil. Here come the Hogs the other way, stopping right side, shooting and nailing the three is Malik Thomas. And Arkansas, huge transition there to go up 4.
It was a great move by Aiden Sherrill, but a better defensive play.
He goes to the rack this time, had it blocked, but they say that he was indeed fouled. And he'll have another attempt upcoming. And he gets that one to go. So 1 of 2 for Sherrill. His first point of the game, and it's 24-21. Hogs with it. Acuff driving left side, puts it up. Bama partially blocked by Sherrill. The miss controlled by Bama. The Tide brings it ahead. Holloway to the left side, stops on the wing, and then he gets pushed. They whistle that one on the Razorbacks, and DJ Wagner.
Jalil Bethia once again getting early minutes. Went through a span where he didn't play. And one of the reasons why is Nate Oates challenged him to get better on the defensive end. He comes in and he's guarding Darius Acuff. Tells you he's done a better job defensively in practice.
Inbounds pass by Allen, deflected, but thankfully picked back up by Alabama. Now it's Jemison driving to the lane and puts it up with a left hand. A great move there, and Bama fortunate to get to that trip. Here come the Razorbacks the other way as Acuff will stop on the near wing. Gives it off top of the circle to Ewan. Now they'll try a 3 and knock it home. Thomas gets it to go, and it's a 4-point lead again for the Hogs at 27-23. Bethia trying to work against Acuff, picks it up, throws it away. Terrible pass. I don't know if it slipped out of his hand or what went wrong there, but it was behind Aiden Holloway and all the way into backcourt and then out of bounds. And really, even though that was a ball that may have slipped, he was hurried on that play by Acuff. He is truly tough on both ends of the floor. Hogs with it, getting it to Brazil. Now to the man running into the lane and putting up the leaner and getting it to go. That's Thomas. He had a 3 and now the leaner, and it's a 6-point Razorback advantage. Allen fakes a 3. Now he'll drive and throw it near side. Bolbowen wide open 3, in and out, no good. Rebound narrowly claimed by Jemison. They're going to get him, unfortunately, for a trip as he fell. So too did the Razorback right into him. That was Wagner who tripped over Jemison, and that will be a foul on London. That'll be his second. And with 10:04 to go in the first half, the Razorbacks have scored 6 of their last 7 trips down the floor and have a 6-point lead.
Yeah, shooting 65% from the field in the first half. Alabama's got to get better on the defensive end.
Hogs come to the near wing and once again trying a 3, but missing it this time was Thomas, but they claim the rebound. They work it back out onto the wing for Acuff, and he knocks down another one, and it is a 9-point lead now for Arkansas. An 8-0 run in the last minute after they'd already taken the lead. Here's Allen trying to work against Richmond. Hands it off to Filon. LeBaron, hesitation move, stops, needs help. Still needs help. A bounce pass to Millett, fires it to Bolbowen, driving to the rim, reverse layup blocked, and here comes Arkansas the other way. Ewan challenged it even if he didn't get the block. Here comes the drive, the kick, right side, another open 3 and another make for Thomas. He is absolutely scorching us at the moment. He's got 13 points, and Arkansas's got a 35-23 lead with 9 minutes to go in the half. Allen trying to answer for three, missed it. And the rebound again controlled by the Hogs. Ewan throwing it ahead to Richmond, who gets the run-out layup. And it's a 14-point lead. 37-23 Razorbacks, 13-0 run in the last 2 minutes. And a foul is going to be whistled on the Hogs. Thankfully, that's on Acuff, as the foul stops the momentum with 8:44 to go in the half.
What a start by the Arkansas freshman. Acuff with 11 points, 5 for 8 from the field, and Malik Thomas 5 for 6. He's got 13, 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. Alabama, no answers on the defensive end.
Allen fires it into the paint. Sherrill pump fake, layup, got it to go. That ends the 13-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Bama on the board, but down 12, 37-25. Richmond with the basketball for the Hogs, near wing. Skip pass over to the big man Ewan. Back they go to Thomas. Thomas, back heel, feed it to Wagner. Drives into the lane, gives it off to Richmond. Flips it out near side. Thomas steps to the left. Had his three attempt blocked by Allen. Into the hands, though, of Richmond, and he gets the jumper to go from 8 feet.
Great effort by Amari Allen. Just the block went to the wrong spot. Arkansas continues their hot streak on the offensive end.
Phylon hits the bank first three. That'll be Bama's 4th in 9 tries, and it hopefully gets the crowd back in it now. Tied down 11. 7:44 to go in the half. We're due a media timeout on the next dead ball. Wagner with it, working against Millett. Wagner, a bounce pass over to Thomas. Thomas, a bounce pass now to Acuff. Acuff, center of the floor, fires it with the left hand. Left corner, open three missed by Wagner. The rebound controlled by Allen. Here comes Amari, ahead to Reitzel. Luttrell, back over to Allen. A deep three, bottom. He's knocked down a couple of bank first threes. Amari now with 11 points, and Alabama to within 8 with 7:10 to go first half.
Little 6-0 run for Alabama. Offense has not been the problem. Got to get stops.
They get one there. Bama coming the other way. The 2-on-1. Millett near side. Fakes a three. Back to Phylon for the triple. Too strong. Rebound run down by Amari in the corner. Allen back to Phylon. Tries it again. Missed it again. Rebound Millett inside. Had it stripped. Got it back. Flips it over. Reitzel back to Millett, and Reitzel is fouled before the ball got to Houston. That looked more like Alabama, but the scoreboard still favors the Razorbacks.
Be better against one of the nation's best offensive teams in Arkansas.
Tied inbounds it. Allen to Phylon. He'll drive left, and a hole is going to be whistled on the Hogs. That's Trevin Brazil. Had the hands, 2 hands on him defensively, and that is the no-no. They'll allow a certain amount of hand checking if it's one hand, but if you go 2 and it's definitely impeding progress towards the basket, they're going to blow the whistle.
Well, it was the ball fake that got Trevin Brazil off balance by LeBaron Phylon, the 16th foul, so be shooting it the rest of the half.
Here's Phylon with it again, near wing. Great bounce pass inside. Sherrill had it knocked away. Nate Oates wanted a foul. So too did Sherrill and the Bama fans, but here come the Hogs the other way. Acuff trying to circle away from Reitzel. Brings it out high to the center of the floor. Now he'll flip it over to Pringle. Nick will pivot. He'll dribble to his left. He'll give it to Acuff on the left wing. Reitzel defending him well. Now they'll work it onto the right wing, and Wagner gives it back now to Brazil. Driving the lane, puts up the runner, and got it to go. A tough contested shot against 2 defenders, and the lead goes back to 10. Here's Bama the other way with Phylon. LeBaron inside. Sherrill puts it up, laid it in, count it, and he's fouled by Nick Pringle.
What a play by Aiden Sherrill, able to use his big body, take his time, had the angle to the basket. Hung in the air just long enough to take the contact from Pringle off the glass and in, and a chance for a big 3-point play.
So now Sherrill, who's got 3 points in the game after making his first field goal, hits the free throw as well. Used a lot of rim on that one, but we don't care in the least. It still counts, and the Tide is to within 7 again. 5:45 to go in the half. 41-34 Razorbacks. Brazil with the basketball out high to Acuff now directing traffic as Philon draws the assignment on him. Acuff on the switch. It's Reitzel now with him. Bama
Is
looking
Alabama
like they're
in
a
a
little
zone?
Good Lord, they are, and they won't be again, I don't think, as that one was busted by Acuff, who hits the three. A rare zone look from Nate Oates, and that's one of the reasons why they left the shooter open. From deep, here now is Allen. Allen on the drive, caught in the air, but found Philon at the last moment. He drives into the lane, the runner is up and good, and Bama's back to within 8. I think we're both still shocked that Nate went zone for a trip.
Like it looks like a zone,
Yep.
but surely we're not in a zone.
Either we're in a zone or we got 3 guys confused just standing around. Here now is Acuff on the drive down the lane, kicks it into the corner. One more pass, Brazil, open 3 short, rebounded again by Allen, that's his 7th. Amari brings it himself, near side Reitzel, steps into a 3, too strong. Rebound with one hand by the Tide and Sherrill, and a whistle and a late walk is called by Chuck Jones. That is a tough whistle there. Aiden Sherrill caught it, was falling, but unloaded the ball before he had a chance to walk, or so we thought, but not the way Chuck Jones saw it. And that will give it back to the Hogs.
Great effort by Aiden Sherrill, an awkward looking play, and it was more the timing of the call than anything.
Here come the Hogs off the bounce. 15-footer, no good. Rims out. Scramble for the loose ball. Picked up by Sherrill. Bama down 8. 4:20 to go in the half. Here comes Holloway. Over to Allen to Philon now. Philon wanted to go baseline. Can he get there? He'll get pushed left. He'll drive into the lane. He'll get to the rim. He'll shoot it off the glass and miss it, but he is fouled and will go to the line for a pair of free throws with 4:10 on the first half game clock.
Nice job by LeBaron Philon to continue to probe. Probably felt like he got fouled a couple of times driving to the basket. Arkansas physical against the ball handler, but it worked out that they didn't call it because now he ends up with 2 shots instead of a 1-and-1.
John Calipari pretty animated in his conversation with Doug Shows, who's doing his best to ignore him right now as the free throw is up and good by Philon. Pringle will check out of the game. As coming in for Alabama will be Noah Williamson. He will check in and replace Aiden Sherrill for the Crimson Tide. Williamson, the transfer from Bucknell, Patriot League Player of the Year, 7 feet, 255, as the free throw by Philon is missed. And immediately Williamson is called for a rebounding foul, trying to get the loose ball. Nate Oates still mad with Chuck over the traveling call the previous possession. 4:07 and moving, time left. First half action in Tuscaloosa. Arkansas 44-37 lead, trying to add to it. Right wing 3 short, but the rebound goes right to Thomas. Now they'll try another 3. Missing it again was Acuff now, and here's Bama coming the other way. It'll be Holloway near side. Flips it over to Philon, to Allen. Fakes a 3, steps back, lets it fly. Too strong. Rebound controlled by Brazil, and the Hogs will come the other way. 44-37. 3:35 to go in the half. They try a 3, missing it again, and Allen gets another rebound. He's got 9 in the first half for Alabama already. Now driving is Reitzel. He'll back it beyond the arc. Latrell to his right, going downhill. Pump fake once, twice, needs help. Finds Philon, back out to Reitzel. Drives into the lane, puts it up with a right hand and got it to go over the iron for 2.
Good unselfish basketball by the Alabama backcourt. LeBaron Philon to Latrell Reitzel. And Philon gets it to Reitzel for the floater. Bama needs to put some stops together with 3 minutes to go till half.
Hogs 0 for their last 5, and Bama's pulled to within 5 as the Razorbacks drive and dish into the corner to Wagner. He'll bring it to the elbow, gives it off right side Thomas for 3, and he hits another one. Thomas lighted up this first half. He's got 16 points, including 4 of 5 from deep. Bama the other way. Philon left alone and gets down the lane for a layup to cut it back to a 6-point contest. 47-41, 2:25 and ticking time left here in the opening half.
LeBaron Philon starting to get into a groove on the offensive end, getting past the initial defender, getting in the lane, making plays for himself and teammates.
Acuff driving, puts it up. They're going to call Reitzel for a foul. He's only a freshman, but boy, he's got some veteran moves at the University of Alabama around campus. Everybody knows who Doris is because of all of her success. Free throw up and good for Arkansas. Darius Acuff Jr. having a great half with 14 points now, but it's Thomas with 16 that's leading the way. Both of them good, and now Acuff with the 2 free throws has 15 on the evening. So an 8-point Razorback lead with 2 minutes remaining in the half. Here's Allen with it, far wing for Alabama. Facing the basket, trying to drive left. Cut off initially by Brazil. Now he'll get into the paint, he'll spin, he'll stop. He'll flip it over to Sherrill, back out. Allen for 3, too strong off the back iron. Rebound batted around and controlled by Arkansas. Hogs hurry the other way. Acuff 3, bottom. Scramble play, they found him open on the left wing, or transition play I should say, and they found their top threat. He's got it to an 11-point Arkansas lead, but Sherrill aggressive, goes to the rack and lays it in. Or excuse me, Holloway to the rim, lays it in. I had the wrong Ayton on my mind, forgive me.
What a performance by these freshman guards from Arkansas. Acuff with 19 now, Thomas with 16. Fortunately, Alabama's been able to keep pace, shooting 50% for the half and down 9. It has been a show on the perimeter from the Arkansas Razorbacks. Razorbacks shooting close to 60% from the 3-point line, 7 for 12 here in the first half.
Impressive indeed, as Arkansas has it front court, 2 hour left. Acuff playing off of the screen, left alone again, hits a 3 again. Sherrill tried to, or excuse me, Reitzel tried to go over the top of the screen out high and was not able to get back and catch up to him, and the lead's at 12 for the Hogs. Reitzel with it, trying to drive, stopping at the elbow, kicks it back out to Holloway. Holloway working against the defender, goes underneath the basket, tight ropes the baseline, flips it over to Reitzel, lets it fly from deep, too strong. Rebound play by Sherrill, and he throws it home for 2.
Great effort by Aiden Sherrill. Alabama did not end up with a great look, but Sherrill getting on the offensive glass. Big bucket for Bama with under 30 seconds to play.
10-point lead, 25 seconds to go in this half. Razorbacks work it left side into the corner. They'll feed it to Wagner. Wagner left alone on the wing, drives into the lane, puts it up with the right hand, got it to go. 13 seconds to go before intermission, 57-45. Arkansas with the lead, Bama with the basketball. Out high with it is Holloway. Aiden driving into the lane, puts up the leaner, got it to go. As the buzzer sounds, the half ends, and Arkansas will go to the locker room with a 10-point lead, but Bama a little momentum as the half closes to get it back to within double digits. Brian Passek working hard, catching up with Nate Oates.
On the first half. Defense awful, especially on the guards. I mean, they got 22 and 16, 38 points in the backcourt. They got 57 in the half, man. We got to pick our defense up. It's been a disaster in the first half.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Brian, for the hustle, and thank you to Cook's Pest Control. Give pests the full court press. Call Cook today to protect your home and business from pests and termites. Again, at intermission, it's Arkansas by 10, 57-47 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Holloway, Jemison, Sherrill, Philon, and Allen, the 5 for Alabama. Allen with it, top of the arc, actually between the circles. He'll drive left. He'll fling it over to the right side. It was immediately stolen. Stepping into the passing lane and getting away with a walk, I think, on his way to the rim and throwing it down was Trevin Brazil. And just like that, Bama gives away an easy bucket on the other end. Here now is Holloway. Driving to his right, getting downhill, hands it off, or tried to Sherrill, lost it, got it back. Bama works it to Allen, a bounce pass over to Philon. Fakes a shot, drives in, hands it off, and Sherrill will slam it in for 2.
Great job by LeBaron. Philon drew the defense, Beautiful bounce pass into Aiden Sherrill for the easy dunk. Bama needs stops.
19-12 and ticking. Time left here in regulation. Bama trails it by 10 as they did at intermission. Driving to the baseline was Thomas. Flips it back out. They get it down low to Pringle. He'll spin. He'll shoot wildly and miss. And the rebound claimed by Jemison. Throws it out to Allen. Back over to Jemison right side. London will fake a pass. Drives. Gets cut off and flips it outside to Holloway. Bounce pass, a good one to Sherrill. Back to Jemison. Right corner three. No good. Rebound though. Allen lays it up. Count it. And he is fouled. A missed box out by Arkansas. Allen was all alone, got the bucket. They fouled him from behind, and the Tide can get it to 7 if the and one is good.
Well, I don't know if it was Arkansas missing the box out as much as it was Amari Allen with the form box out, even though he was on the offensive end. 13 points now, the double-double. That'll give him 10 rebounds. What a game for Amari Allen.
The only reason I said it wasn't a box out because there's nobody within 2 feet of him. Unfortunately, a lane violation on the Hogs on a missed free throw by Allen, and Amari will get another opportunity. That could be big later on, as he now has a double-double for the ball game. Allen, 10 boards to go with his 13 points and hopefully 14 as this free throw is up, and it is no good. So he only officially missed 1, even though he missed 2. 59-51, Arkansas still up by 8. Hogs go far side, open look. Thomas hits another one. Bama not getting in the right spot defensively, finding the shooter, and then lazy with the basketball, throws it away. Stolen by the Hogs, a 3 left of the circle, thankfully is missed, but Richmond beats us to the ball. They get it to Acuff, now near side Thomas. Thomas for another 3, hits it again. Timeout, Nate Oates. 18:09 to go. Timeout on the floor. We'll take the break as well. Arkansas up 10 at the break, now has it to 14 when we come back.
His best offensive teams in Alabama. Just under 18 minutes to play. Alabama's got 51 points, shooting over 50%. That is good enough to beat anybody. Got to get better on the defensive end. Easier said than done against a really good offensive team in Arkansas, and also a Razorback team that is feeling so confident right now, knocking down shots. The rim looks huge, and they made Alabama pay on that end of the floor.
2 free throws from Sherrill helped the cause. Aiden now with 12 points, as Bama has made 6 of 9 from the charity stripe. Hogs front court with Thomas. Over to Acuff. He'll work against Millette. Acuff trying to shake free, flips it over, left side. Contested 3, missed. Weak side rebound, Jemison, and London will bring it ahead. It was Thomas that missed that 3 as London drives in, got fouled, and they will call the foul on the floor. Alabama wants a continuation in an and one.
That should be an and one. With the new rule, he was going into his shooting motion. That's a great play by London Jemison, and should have been a 3-point play a year ago. No, but with the change in rule, as you're going into your shooting motion, that should have been an and one, but Alabama will inbound the ball.
Millette inbounding it. Reitzel, left corner, go in. Doesn't. Missed it. Rebound fought for. Jemison, great effort, but the bounce goes Arkansas's way. They work it ahead, then they lose it. The strip by Reitzel to Millette. Back to Reitzel. Near side, Jemison tries it again. Bottom. Didn't hit it the first time. We did the rewind back to him. He knocks it down, and Bama's to within 9 with 16:58 to go, and the fuse has been lit here at Coleman.
That's a huge defensive play. Hopefully one we look back to. It was a 3-on-1 for Arkansas, but Alabama somehow makes the play and ultimately knocks down the 3.
Acuff working against Reitzel into the paint. Tough fall-away shot and gets it to go. He is so good. Even when you defend well, he's got 24. Here's Bama the other way.
And that's the key to the second half, is make them take tough shots. Too many easy shots for Arkansas throughout.
The lob intended for Sherrill, but it was short. Jemison's pass wasn't high enough to get to him, but Arkansas jumps pretty well also, and then Sherrill, trying to get it back for Alabama, commits the foul, and on Aiden, that's going to be personal number 2. So he'll exit, and Williamson comes in to replace him for Alabama.
And for Arkansas, it hasn't been that they've made a bunch of tough shots. They've made a bunch of rhythm shots off of good offense and defense that needs to improve. That was pretty good defense by Latrell Reitzel. Acuff was able to knock it down. Need to continue to see that and like your chances if you can force difficult shots.
Acuff with the basketball, playing off the screen. Bama switches. Allen will pick him up. We leave a man open in the corner. Thankfully, he missed the three, and a box-out foul is going to be called on Reitzel as Nick Pringle was trying to get to the rim. And they call the push on Latrell. See if we can tell on the replay. The angle we saw didn't give us a good look, and the Hogs have the basketball. Bounce pass to Acuff, out high between the circles. Allen on him at the moment. Acuff going downhill, stops, pulls up, fall away from 17, and he is just in a rhythm now. 26 points for Acuff, and it's 69-56. The lead back up to 14. Driving is Reitzel. Caught underneath, tried to dump it to Allen, threw it away. Here come the Hogs the other direction with Acuff. He'll stop and hand it off to Brazil, driving down the lane. Wild shot, no good. Rebound Williamson. Here comes Bama. We got numbers if we'll push. Reitzel stopping on the wing, flips it back to Allen. Amari surveying the floor, plays off the screen from Williamson to his right. Another screen, and a moving screen is going to be called on Noah.
Yeah, that was an easy call. He stuck his hip out, didn't need to, and that'll be a Bama turnover.
69-56 our score. Arkansas with the lead with 15-17 remaining in half number 2. We're at Coleman Coliseum on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Ability to score, get out in transition and knock down threes. If you can get some stops, somehow put some stops together, Alabama can get right back in this game.
Razorbacks with the ball. Acuff to our right with Hogs up by 13, 69-56. Acuff, and a moving screen is going to be called on Pringle. He clocked Amari Allen. John Calipari knew it. That's why he was giving Nick what for, if you will. And with 15:02 to go, Bama gets the ball back as Pringle is whistled for his third. Here's Philon with it, lost the handle, got it back. LeBaron weaving through traffic, gets into the paint, brings it back out. Love to get him going here in the second half. Pringle fires it over to Sherrell, far side. He's got it on the wing, hands it back to Philon, back inside Sherrell, who slams it home. I like seeing him finish that way.
Yeah, beautiful pass from LeBaron Philon, dribble handoff, and Aiden Sherrell can pop out to the three-point line or roll to the basket. This time he rolled and able to throw it down.
They'll drive in, and a foul is going to be called on Alabama as Wagner had it in the corner. Bama went out to make sure he did not get that three off uncontested, but then committed a foul as he came to the basket. Who did they call it on? Sherrell?
I think they got Sherrell, who
that's his third.
Got the block clean up high, and I assume they said that he got him with the body. DJ Wagner's been out with injuries back. Good player at Kentucky a couple years ago under John Calipari, transferred to Arkansas, starting guard a year ago, but now coming off the bench with Darius Acuff and Malik Thomas.
Rebound claimed by Bama after the missed free throw. Sherrell giving it off to Philon. Bama trails by a dozen. Bring it ahead will be LeBaron. Has it on the wing. Philon going to his left, hesitates, now splits defenders, gets downhill. Shot wouldn't go, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
That would have been an easy and one for LeBaron, but lost the ball as he was going into a shooting motion. Able to get past the defender. Had his man on his hip, went up with the left hand, lost it right as he was going in, but he'll go to the line for 2 with a chance to cut into this 12-point Arkansas lead.
Hits the first. Alabama from the free throw line, now 7 of 10. Hogs are 4 of 5, but they have made 10 of 18 from three-point range. Bama 6 of its 19 tries in this one.
Alabama leads the SEC in three-point makes at 13 a game. Arkansas in three-point percentage, but they only make about 7.5 a game. They've been way over their average in both percentage and makes.
Phylon hits 2, and Bama's 2 within 10, and the crowd comes to life again. Led by the student section, Crimson Chaos. Acuff working against Phylon, gets into the lane, kicks it near side to Richmond. Good job by Jemison to pick him up. Now the drive and a tough left-handed layup, good by Wagner to put the lead back up to 12. 13:47 to go. Bama down a dozen. Here's Phylon trying to work it down low to Bol Bowen, but they call a foul on Arkansas out high.
Going back to the defensive end, that's great effort by Alabama and a really good defensive possession. Just a tough shot by DJ Wagner, able to go with his left hand up high off the glass. London Jemison forced a difficult shot. Right now, Arkansas starting to make some tough shots. They haven't had a ton of tough shots. They made some open shots, but right now they're playing with confidence and able to extend the lead.
And you said it, Brian. I mean, that's a guy in Wagner who's not on your top 3 or 4 spots worry-wise on the scout, but is a starter throughout most of his career in the SEC. Here's Bama with the ball, and a tough break there as Taylor Bol Bowen got knocked to the deck. Nate Oates is livid because the pass intended for him went out of bounds, and he's going, how do you not call a foul?
Yeah, he got tripped. I thought he tripped on his own, but on the replay,
too.
It was Billy Richmond, and that is almost always a call when the man gets tripped.
3 for the Hogs, missed off the back iron, and it's claimed by Bol Bowen for Alabama. Here comes the Tide, down 12. Need to get hot, fellas. Here's Phylon, fouled by Richmond, no whistle. Takes it to his right, goes past him, gets to the rim, flips it up and in with the left hand. Phylon now with 15 to go with 4 assists and only 1 turnover. But again, we need stops as Bama trails 10 with 13 minutes to go.
Was able to shoot it with his left hand on the right side, so the shot blocker couldn't time up his jump. Beautiful move.
Richmond hands it off to Thomas. Thomas had it poked away, but got it back. Fakes a pass, drives in, puts up the leaner, no good. Rebound claimed by Brazil, open look, Acuff 3, good. Scramble play results in an open look for their most dangerous threat, and he buries it to put the Hogs up 13 with 12 and a half to go. Phylon with it now. Phylon top of the arc, hesitates, goes left, steps through, count it, and he is fouled. And 1 for LeBaron Phylon with 12:30 remaining and a chance to get this thing back to 10 once more.
What a move by LeBaron Phylon, having success in the lane. Made the lefty floater on the last possession. This time takes the contact and a huge 3-point play opportunity.
John Calipari wanted a walk, but it was a 2-foot stop before he...
Well, it was an awkward move as he kind of slowed down as he was getting fouled, but unfortunately can't convert it to line.
He did miss the free throw. Phylon, Bama now 8 of 12 from the stripe and trails by 11. Down low, they tried to throw it to Brazil, but it's off his fingertips, out of bounds, and possession goes back to the Tide with 12:16 to play. Holloway will check in as Alabama's... Hang on, we got 4 or 5 on the floor. We do have 5. Millett's down there hiding in the corner at the moment. Or do we? What do we got? Nate says, I want to get Bol Bowen out. Let's get Sherrell in. And I think one of the reasons why we're due for the under 12 media timeout in just 16 seconds. He's been trying to rest his big man, but right here on this possession, he wants him on the floor. Here is Holloway actually driving right side. Holloway trying to get free from Wagner, gives it off, and Amari Allen gets into the paint. Stops, pump fake, spins, fires it back to Sherrell. Juggled it, got it back to Holloway, back to Sherrell, goes to the rack and throws it home. 9-point game with under 12 to go.
Alabama's had success with the pick and roll with Aiden Sherrell going hard to the basket. Beautiful pass from Holloway. The result, an easy dunk.
Brazil to Wagner, left side to Acuff. Acuff working against Reitzel. Gets underneath, flips it near side. They'll drive and dish it back to Acuff. Picked up by Millett. He's hounding him with 7 on the shot clock. Millett on Acuff at 6. Goes left, goes right, stops, looks, throws it down low. Spinning, shooting, missing. That time was Richmond, and here's Bama the other way, down 9. Far side with it is Allen. Amari stepping through, reverse layup. Would not go, but he's fouled. Trying to get to that top 4 in the SEC as Amari Allen hits the first of 2 for the Tide. Get in the top 4, that would give you a double bye, not having to play until Friday in the SEC tournament. Not that we're conceding the overall conference championship. 2 games back, though, of Florida, as the Gators also have the head-to-head over Alabama as well. Second free throw up. That one is perfect. Amari Allen, what a ball game. 15 points to go with his 10 rebounds. And it's a 7-point game, and here comes the crowd again at Coleman. Brazil to Ewan. Now they go to Richmond, spinning, firing it near side. Around to Brazil, and back they go to Acuff. Over to Richmond, pulls up left wing, 17-footer, and he rattles it in. 9-point lead again for the Hogs. Here's Bama with Philon. 10:48 to go. Philon gets past Acuff, lays it up and in for 2.
We talked about Alabama not having any answers for Acuff. Arkansas has not been able to slow down LeBaron Philon as of late.
He has picked up the slack after Allen has not been as hot offensively in the second half. Richmond, wild shot, rolls off, rebound claimed by Sherrill. Bama's running down 7. The trailer, Reitzel lets a defender go by, lets it fly, bottom. Huge bank first 3, Latrell Reitzel Jr., and Bama's 2 within 4.
Alabama getting hot, 7 out of their last 7 in this game.
Here now is Acuff. Bama switches nicely onto him. Richmond far side, working down the lane, puts it up and missed it. Rebound though by the Hogs, put back, no. Tip claimed by Sherrill. Here comes the Tide. Philon in the open floor, downhill, had it stripped, goes out of bounds, touched last by Arkansas. It was Acuff who got a hand on it and kept Philon from making this a 2-point game.
It was a beautiful move by LeBaron Philon, got right past Darius Acuff. Acuff able to strip it away. Ball goes out of bounds, and what a defensive play by Aiden Sherrill and company, doing a good job of forcing a difficult shot against Billy Richmond. Getting on the defensive glass, Alabama able to put some stops together, as we talked about it. If Bama could somehow put some stops together with their offensive firepower, could get back in this game, and that's what's happened.
Sherrill with the ball on the inbounds, near wing. Working outside to Allen. Amari playing off of a screen. Works to his left, goes downhill, tried to hand it off. Claimed by Sherrill, tried to flip it to Allen, but it's knocked out of bounds by Thomas of Arkansas. 5 seconds remain on the shot clock. Bama with the inbound play coming from underneath the basket.
That's one you would have liked to have seen Aiden Sherrill go up and try to dunk it. He was just a couple of feet away from the basket, tried to slip it into Amari Allen. Fortunately, goes off the Razorbacks.
Got to be quick, but don't rush. Get it in. Allen, step back, fall away. He got it off 1 foot. He didn't have to be that quick, but we love the result. Bama down by just 2 after trailing by as many as 13 a few minutes ago. Hogs with it near side. Brazil back to Thomas. Now to Acuff. Acuff to his left, defended by Allen. To Brazil, goes right. Cut off by Aiden Sherrill. They'll lay it up, they'll miss it. Tip wouldn't go. Rebound claimed by Bama. A chance to tie or take the lead. Philon with it near side. Philon off the screen, goes left, and a foul's going to be whistled on Arkansas. I don't know why I couldn't spit out Aiden Holloway, but he's the young man that did a great job defensively against a much bigger player about 15 feet out.
Well, even though I could see it, I was hoping it was Aiden Sherrill and not Aiden Holloway against 6'11" Trevin Brazil. He was able to force a difficult shot. Alabama getting some stops, getting out in transition, and the Razorbacks not able to slow down LeBaron Philon, who's at the line.
First free throw up, first free throw good. Bama's been called for 4 fouls in this half, Arkansas for 9. 77-76 our score, 8:45 to play. Arkansas's biggest lead was 14 at the 18-17 mark. Philon puts it up, and let's start over. Tied at 77 with 8:45 to go.
Alabama putting stops together. It's the first time we've talked about this all game long. A 2-minute scoring drought for Arkansas. It doesn't take much for this high-powered Bama offense to get back in the game.
Williamson in to give Sherrill a little bit of a breather here before the media timeout at the under 8. We got 8:30 and ticking to play. Far side with it, Acuff. Allen defending him. Top of the arc, Brazil. Near side, they go with it to Wagner. Wagner into the corner. Richmond driving underneath. Reverse layup is good for 2.
Noah Williamson didn't cut off the baseline. Billy Richmond doesn't want to shoot the perimeter jump shot. He gave him the baseline. Not a great defensive play by Williamson.
Phylon with it as the Hogs lead by 2 nearing the 8-minute mark. Phylon to Noah. Back to Phylon. Phylon stepping back. 3 for the lead. Bottom. Oh, mercy. LeBaron, Phylon Jr. gives Bama its first lead since the first half midway through. It's 80-79 with 7:44 to go.
And Alabama 9 out of their last 9.
Wagner, left side to Acuff. Acuff to his right. And a foul is going to be called on Noah Williamson. That's the 15th foul on Bama. It brings us to a media timeout. 7:33 to play in Tuscaloosa. Bama has flipped the script on the Hogs, leading it by 1, 80-79 when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. The Tide will go with Phylon, Holloway, Sherrill, Allen, and Wrightsell as it's 5 on the floor. Brazil gets the inbounds and hands it off to Acuff. Phylon will draw the assignment on him initially. Pringle over to Brazil. Brazil to Pringle, now to Acuff. Acuff against Phylon, 6 to shoot. 5, 4, they go into the corner. 3, 2, 1. I'm not sure they got it off. They missed it anyway. Rebounded by Holloway. Aiden ahead to Phylon. Phylon on the wing. Phylon working off of a screen from Sherrill. Phylon backing it out, center of the floor. 17 to shoot. Phylon on the drive. Into the paint. Stops. Leans. Shoots. Couldn't get it to go, but he got fouled. And he'll have a 2-shot opportunity upcoming. Double bonus the rest of the way, as that is 10 team fouls on the Hogs and 4 personals, I believe, on Nick Pringle.
Throughout most of this game, we've talked about how Alabama can't guard Darius Acuff, and that was true. Done a better job as of late, but right now Arkansas cannot guard LeBaron Phylon. He's having his way, getting to the basket, getting to his spots, and getting to the line.
Free throw by Phylon. Up and good, and the Tide leads it by 2. Bama's largest lead was at 6. With 16-19 to play in the first half. From midway in the first half until about 2 minutes ago, Bama had trailed the entire way, but now lead it by 3 as both free throws are good. LeBaron's got 25 points, and Alabama has gotten a 3-point advantage. Brazil with the basketball into the corner to Wagner. Wagner driving, dumps it over to the corner, deflected, and then knocked out of bounds. Touch pass by the Hogs. John Calipari wanted a foul as Acuff was knocked to the deck, but he was just one of 2 players diving for the loose ball in that sequence.
Great job by 2 of Alabama's best perimeter defenders, Latrell Wrightsell and Houston Millette, doing a great job on that possession, forcing the turnover.
Phylon, who's got 15 in this half alone, brings it ahead for the Crimson Tide, working against Richmond, who now draws the assignment on it since Acuff couldn't guard it. In the corner, it's to Wrightsell. Wrightsell brings it to the wing, flips it out high to Sherrill, back to Wrightsell. Latrell driving down the lane. Strong, wouldn't go, but he got fouled, and he will shoot 2 with 6:13 on the game clock.
Arkansas did a good job of not letting LeBaron Phylon get the ball, and it was another veteran. Latrell Wrightsell takes the dribble handoff, hesitation, went inside, almost an and-one opportunity. Took the contact a little strong with a lefty layup, but he'll go to the line for 2.
We told you that Pringle got his 4th last trip down. Wagner called for his 4th there. And Latrell Wrightsell Jr., normally tremendous free throw shooter, cannot get the first one to go Luttrell almost 80% on the year. 77% in conference play, missed the first, made the second, and Bama leads by 4 with 6:12 and ticking, the time remaining. Here come the Hogs. Acuff. Millette switches off on him. They throw it to the elbow, and Brazil. He'll work against a smaller defender in Wrightsell. Into the paint, Brazil, a bounce pass, batted away, picked up by Luttrell. Bama wants to run. Wrightsell gets it into the front court, has a man on his hip, gets into the paint, stops, flips it back out. Phylon, deep, out of bounds, no, saved by Sherrill, and he will lay it up and in.
What a play by Aiden Sherrill. I thought it went out of bounds as well, but he was able to grab it before it did and get the second chance opportunity. Arkansas calls a timeout, and listen to this Coleman Coliseum crowd.
Oh, man, Bama's playing a lot better than I'm calling it. That three from deep by Phylon, I got blocked, and I thought initially it had gone right through the net. I was ready to say bottom, and instead it barely even touched the iron. Then I thought it was out of bounds.
We've got a different broadcast position than we've had for years, and we've got the center, the 6'6" cameraman back in front of us.
Has he got eligibility left? So the timeout by the Hogs. They have got 2 left. Bama's got 2.
Alabama's on a 17-2 run over the last 5 minutes. And Bama, 10 out of their last 11 field goals, the only miss. We just saw it. It was LeBaron Phylon, but Bama was able to score on that possession with the Aiden Sherrill rebound and putback.
And you know, not a ton from deep. 8 of 22 for 36%. Acuff with the basketball. Bama leading by 6. Acuff stepping back. Deep jumper. Got it to go from 17. Millette was with him, but he got a little separation. A tough fall away. Drops in to end the Bama run. An 8-0 run in the last 2.5 minutes. Now Bama's lead down to 4. Driving in. Holloway, a beautiful move. The reverse. He was asking, yeah,
he was asking for it. Took a lot of contact, high degree of difficulty, but the soft touch off the glass and in.
Acuff working against Millette. They're going to call Houston for the foul, and they're going to call continuation, and Nate's livid, and I don't blame him. I know they've added it this year, but they missed one earlier, and it would have been understandable if they had evened the score there. That's 2 steps. Is that continuation? 2 steps after the whistle blows? Tell me.
With the new rule, I thought that was the right call.
Okay,
that should have counted. But I also thought, going back to the offensive end, Alabama had a similar play that didn't count, and I think that's why Nate Oates is so upset.
That one did everything but miss. It hung on the rim forever and finally dropped, and it's a 3-point game. 87-84 with 4:55 to go. This one's going to the wire, folks.
And that's exactly why Nate Oates is upset, because Alabama did not get the exact same call a few minutes ago.
Here's Holloway with the drive, right side. Flips it in the corner. Allen. Amari brings it out to the timeline. Now to the center of the floor with a dribble. Still has it. Goes left. Dumps it inside to Sherrill. Aiden trying to work against Pringle. Flips it out. Driving. Jemison handed it off. Lost it out of bounds. Touch last by the Crimson Tide. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in there, and it wasn't moving. Jemison out. Phylon back in. A breather for LeBaron. Again, 31 seconds remaining before we are due for the under 4 media timeout. 3-point game.
Going back to that possession, Aiden Sherrill had it with a defender on his hip, should have taken it out, passed it, and Bama didn't end up with a good look.
Richmond to Brazil, near side Thomas, driving, puts up the runner, missed it. Rebound tipped, out of bounds, touch last by Sherrill, and I think that's the right call. I thought Aiden was the last one to touch it.
Yeah, they're going to look. Bama coaches are looking at it on the sideline to see if they're going to challenge it.
You know, I didn't see the Arkansas player behind him, and that may be, I see why everybody was upset. It's at least questionable now, but they're not going to review it, and it is Arkansas's ball, which again I think was the correct call. Here now is Acuff driving against Allen, gets into the lane, tough leaner off the glass and in, and the Hogs have made it a one-point game with under 4 minutes to play. 3:55 and ticking. What a ball game here in the SEC between Alabama and Arkansas. Sherrill to the rack, throws it home. Nobody picked him up, and he was able to throw it down.
And when you have two of the best shooters in the SEC on either corner, the defenders have to make a decision. They stayed with the shooters. That opened up the lane. Aiden Sherrill made the right read and threw it down.
Acuff giving it back to Richmond, hesitates, gets into the lane, wild shot, missed it, rebound saved, and unfortunately for Bama, Latrell Reitzel Jr. caught it, came down on the baseline. He tried to get rid of it to a teammate first, but unfortunately gravity was the winner right there, and Lady Luck was not wearing crimson. It was Razorback red on that play, but with 3:26 to go, it's Bama with an 89-86 lead as we head down the stretch on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Works it back out to Richmond and now to Acuff. Acuff back to Richmond, fakes a shot, drives into the lane, flips it back out. Brazil all alone, deep three, no good. Rebounded again by Sherrill, his 9th board. Front court with it is Phylon. LeBaron cut off, now hesitates, fakes a drive, goes to his right. Phylon looking, throws a pass that's stolen away, tried to force it down low to Sherrill, but it was stolen away by Wagner. Here comes Acuff the other direction. Bama by 3, 2:50 to go. Near side Wagner driving to the rack, reverse layup is good. What a play. But we got a 1-point game with 2:40 to go. Phylon's turnover, by the way, that last trip was just his 2nd of the night. He's got the ball now, flips it over to Millette. Houston surveying the floor, gives it off to Sherrill. Aiden hands it off to Phylon, driving left, getting underneath the basket, lays it in with the left hand as he kept Wagner on his hip.
Yeah, Alabama's had a lot of success with the dribble handoff, goes back to LeBaron Phylon. He got the defender on his hip and finished with the left hand.
26 now for LeBaron. Cut off is Acuff. Outside he goes to Thomas. Thomas against Phylon, off the screen, kicks it over to Brazil. One more, Wagner, his 3 is up and no good. Rebounded by Allen and the Tide, leading it 91-88. 1:55 to go here in Tuscaloosa. Phylon,
yeah. Oh, he barely got it over.
He did. I was thinking the same thing, brother. Almost had a 10-second count with nobody on him. Phylon to the top of the arc with a dribble. LeBaron backing it out, goes to his left. Hesitates, goes left, gets into the lane, had it knocked away, got it back, pump fake, shot, got it to go, stayed with it. LeBaron Phylon Jr., 28, and Bama with 1:27 to go, leads it by 5.
What a tough move by LeBaron. Thought he got fouled, able to stay with it and finish.
Driving in, laying it up, and getting it blocked was Acuff, what they call basket interference, and that will give possession back to the Hogs, and the Tide, yeah. But it will be possession Alabama. With
and they're going to look at that. And initially, I thought with my crimson-colored glasses that it was a good block, very close. And as soon as the officials made the
call on the floor is 2. Excuse me. The call on the floor is 2 points. Further review.
And more often than not, officials are going to make that call to give themselves the ability to go and review it. It was probably the right call to make the call, the goaltending call. Now they're at the monitor to look at it.
They are indeed reviewing it, and this review brought to you by Bromberg's, Alabama's oldest and most trusted jeweler. I think I was behind on the point total for LeBaron Phylon Jr. as my monitor is just now refreshing. And yeah, he's got 30 for Alabama now. Unbelievable effort from LeBaron. 32 at Mississippi State. The season and career high for him. We had a stretch earlier where Bama had made 10 of 11. Now
after review, the call stands. 2 points.
Front of the Razorback bench. Getting it to Thomas at the timeline. Thomas defended by Phylon. 10 to shoot. Thomas down the lane. Layup wouldn't go, but they're going to call a foul on Aiden Sherrill, and that's going to be his 4th.
It was the right call. Is Malik Thomas, who hit the 3 right before the time, or right after the timeout was called. You're playing him for the three, one of the top three-point shooters in the SEC. Got past the defender, and thankfully, not a three-point play opportunity as that ball hung on the rim, ultimately fell off.
25 seconds to go. Free throw up, free throw good, and Thomas will get another one for the Hogs. Malik Thomas, an 83% free throw shooter overall on the year, 79% in Southeastern Conference play. He's got one more, trying to make this a one-point contest. It's currently 93-91 Bama.
And Alabama.
Go ahead.
Alabama going a little bigger to make sure that they secure this defensive rebound.
Yeah.
Going with two bigs, Aiden Sherrill and Noah Williamson checks into the game. Can't give an offensive rebound right here.
Free throw upcoming. And it is good. Let's see, Alabama's going to get Wrightsell in and Holloway, but Arkansas called a timeout. So no timeouts left for the Hogs. 25.4 seconds to go. 93-92. Alabama with the lead. Again, the Crimson Tide trailed by as many as 14 with 18 minutes to go in this game.
And Alabama in the double bonus. Arkansas with 10 team fouls, so take care of the ball, go to the line for two. The timeout gives the opportunity for Nate Oates to get his best free throw shooters and ball handlers in the game. I would expect Arkansas to come out with full court pressure, and with 25 seconds to play, one-point game, they've got some time to take some chances on the defensive end. They don't have to foul immediately, and I would expect Arkansas, knowing that Alabama is not going to try to shoot the ball, to take some chances, and then if Bama can take care of the ball, then foul, sending Bama to the line.
So it'll be Aiden Holloway to inbound it for the Tide.
Alabama with 5 guards on the floor.
Do indeed. It's Millette, Thylon, Wrightsell, Allen, and Sherrill. Inbounds pass coming, and it goes to Wrightsell. Latrell, a bounce pass to Holloway. Bama trying to play some keep away. They want to get it front court, and they do. And Holloway's going to be fouled by Billy Richmond III.
Really good job handling the press and the trap of Arkansas. Latrell Wrightsell, a veteran move to get it out of the corner. He caught it in the corner, but immediately got it to Aiden Holloway, who kept the ball in the middle of the floor. Arkansas was going to trap in the corners on the sidelines. Wrightsell and Holloway didn't allow that to happen. 2
big shots here with 18.9 seconds to go. Holloway, 76% free throw shooter in league action. The first free throw is up, and that one's perfect. That is his first attempt of the game. And the little man buried a big one right there. Second free throw upcoming. Trying to get it to a 3-point lead. And he does. Jemison will check in, and the little man, Holloway, will sit down, going with a little more size with Jemison at 6'8".
And a more versatile defender can guard inside and out.
So here come the Hogs. Acuff with the Hogs down 3 for the tie. Hits it. 11 seconds to go. Bama gets it to Phylon at 8, at 7. Phylon at 6. Phylon at 5, at 4, at 3, at 2 for the win. No good. Ball knocked away. We are tied at 95. Regulation is over, and we are headed to overtime. 95 all your score. We've got a 1-minute network break, and then we're back with extra basketball in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
.95 for Bama. 95 for Arkansas. We're in overtime, and Roger Hoover's on the Bama bench.
Yeah, right now NATO is pointing out some of the blue-collar stats that did not go Alabama's way down the stretch. So that was one thing he really keyed on with the Crimson Tide. And also just talked about some of the game situations, some of the players for the Razorbacks with 4 fouls. Brian, you can talk about it with the stat monitor in front of you, but Alabama wants to go right at those guys that have 4 fouls and make this more interesting down the stretch.
Yeah, Arkansas has 4 different players with 4 fouls. Malik Thomas, DJ Wagner, Billy Richmond, and Nick Pringle with 4 fouls. Alabama not in as bad of foul trouble. Aiden Sherrill, Alabama's big man, he's got 4 fouls, and the only other player with more than 2 is Noah Williamson with 3.
So it'll be Brazil to jump for the Hogs. It'll be Sherrill to jump for the Crimson Tide. Bama going to the basket to our left. The Hogs obviously to our right. Ball's in the air. The tap is controlled by no one. It goes out of bounds. Touch last by Amari Allen as he tried to win that battle. And unfortunately just couldn't hang on to the ball, so Arkansas will get it first.
Going back to the last sequence, Alabama likes to foul up 3, but probably a little too much time.
Yeah.
About 15 seconds when Darius Acuff got that off.
Acuff with the basketball now, kicks it in the corner to Richmond, back to Acuff, and Allen will draw the assignment on him. He wants a clear out, wants to go one-on-one. Goes right, kicks it to Richmond. Corner 3 is up and good, and Richmond knocks home the triple.
Wagner.
That is his, Wagner, excuse me, I'm sorry. Wagner's first made 3 of the ball game at his first attempt. First make on 4 tries. Inside, Bama gets it to Sherrill, had it blocked from behind on a great play by Brazil, and the Hogs come the other way up 3.
Well, it looked like it was going to be an easy dunk for Aiden Sherrill. Beautiful pass, but Brazil with a great defensive play.
Razorbacks with it. Acuff, top of the arc. They'll flip it over to Richmond. Lefty jumper is good from 15 feet. Don't need to let them heat up.
Well, they're 2 non-shooters.
Yeah.
Made jumpers to start overtime.
That's tough. Driving, Phylon kicks it out to Reitzel. Top of the arc. Allen for 3. No good. Rebound tipped in by Sherrill. He tipped it over Brazil, who had better position, but he got it to go, and a huge tap in for Aiden to pull Bama back to within 3 with 3:40 to go.
Looks like he was just trying to keep that alive, and the ball ends up in the rim.
Acuff with the basketball. Acuff, top of the arc, flips it over to Brazil. Drives in, runner, no good. Rebounded Sherrill. Now to Allen, who gives it to Phylon. Bama down 3 with 3:20 to go. Phylon off of a screen, and a foul is going to be whistled on Thomas, and that is his 5th. 24 points, 6 rebounds, and now 5 fouls on Malik Thomas.
And that's what NATO's talked about after regulation going in to the overtime session is Arkansas's in foul trouble. They got 4 guys with 4 fouls. They're not nearly as deep a team as Bama. Hopefully that will be to the Crimson Tide's advantage. And with Malik Thomas going to the bench, good sign for the home team, and it'll send LeBaron Phylon to the line, a chance to cut into this 3-point lead. 2 shots coming up.
And Nick Pringle will check in to replace him, who has 4 fouls of his own. 100-97. Arkansas with the lead. We were tied at 95 at the end of regulation. Alabama was down 14 early in the second half, clawed back to take the lead by as many as 6 with 5:04 to go, but the Hogs hit a 3 with 15 seconds to go and held off Bama down the stretch to force OT as LeBaron Philon now has 31 points. Acuff now with 41 for the Razorbacks. Second free throw up, second free throw good, and the Tide is 2 within 1 as LeBaron matches his career best with 32. It's the second time this year he's done that. 199, Acuff on the drive, layup missed, rebound tip, no good, tipped again, claimed by Richmond. Around they go to Acuff near side, and a reset to 20 is now down to 14 for the Hogs. Acuff working against Reitzel, playing off of a screen, gives it off to Richmond, back in the corner, Brazil, down low to Richmond, a bounce pass to Pringle, saves it in the corner, a double team, Acuff, off balance 3, nearly banks it in, rebound claimed by Bama. Here comes the Tide, will run the other way with Philon front court, trying to regain the lead with 2:35 to go. Philon, back to Millett, come on Houston, bottom, oh mercy! Houston Millett, 102-100 Bama with 2:22 to go. What a time for your first points of the game for the senior.
And the unselfish play by LeBaron Philon to find him.
Inside the runner, no good by Acuff, but a foul called on, I believe, Amari Allen. Again, play still buzzing from the bank first 3 hit by Houston Millett to give Bama the 102-100 advantage here in overtime. 2:13 to go. That was Bama's 9th three-pointer on 25 attempts. Arkansas has made 13 of 26, and Acuff continues to astound. 42 points. He's 4 of 4 now from the free throw line.
Talked about close to 30 NBA scouts are here at Coleman Coliseum, and a big reason why Darius Acuff. There's several future NBA players, but Acuff putting on a show.
Tied at 102, nearing the 2-minute mark of this second, or actually in overtime, the first OT. Philon working top of the arc, working against Richmond, has it deflected into the hands of Allen. Back to Philon, near side, deep 3, missed it. Rebound, tip, fought for, high into the air, batted again, twice again. Sherrill outside, Reitzel 3, no. Rebound claimed by Arkansas, and they call a foul on Houston Millett. You had Brazil simply losing his balance, but they called the foul on Houston Millett. Doug Shows with the whistle. And he did. He grabbed his jersey just barely. Just barely. He let him go, but Houston did grab just a little bit of the jersey. And I hate it, but it was the right call, in my opinion. 1:43 to go.
And Alabama got a couple of great looks on that possession.
Free throw is good. Brazil used all the iron there, but made the front end of the 1-and-1, as that was the 9th team foul on Bama. Again, we're in overtime. 103-102, Arkansas with 1:43 to go. Brazil trying to make it a 2-point Hog lead. Does it. Rebound claimed by Reitzel. Latrell, a great board, and Bama will come the other way. Latrell getting it front court for Alabama. Working against Brazil. Reitzel goes by him. Goes to the rim. Gets fouled. That's going to be 5 on Pringle.
That's a heck of a job by Latrell. Reitzel on both ends of the floor. Blocked out. Got the rebound. Thought he got fouled, but able to take Trevor Brazil one-on-one. The hesitation move got the big man off balance. able to get back by him, forced help to come. Nick Pringle a little late, a lot of contact. He'll foul out, and Latrell Reitzel with 2 big free throws coming up.
Well, we had senior day for Nick Pringle here 2 years ago, and now we're playing Hit the Road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, as he's fouled out wearing an Arkansas uniform.
A senior on Alabama's Final Four team 2 years ago is still in college basketball.
He is indeed, but he's done for this game anyway. A minute 30 to go in OT. It's 103-102. Arkansas with the lead at the moment. Latrell Reitzel Jr. going to the line to shoot 2. Where the senior for the Tide, who has only 6 on the day and is just 1 of 2 from the free throw line, has a chance to give Bama the lead.
And just 1 of 5 from deep. It's been hot from the three-point line, but hasn't gotten it going in this one, and continues to struggle.
He had that one rim out. Come on, Trelly for the tie, bottom. 103-103. Alabama is 9th to make that 20 of 26 from the charity stripe. Arkansas 10 of 12. Acuff defended by Allen out high. Acuff trying to drive, stopping, backing it out. Now has it beyond the arc. Acuff going left. The runner off the glass, no good, but they call the foul on Amari, and that's going to be his second. Acuff sold that one well.
Has the ability, a lot like LeBaron Philon, to jet past the defender and then kind of put on the brakes a little bit, enough to draw contact, which he did against Amari Allen. He is better than advertised. We thought he'd come in as one of the best freshmen in the country, and he has looked like the best player in the country here tonight.
Had that one roll around and fall through. Thought it was going to fall off the rim, but it dropped. Now this one to give Arkansas a 2-point lead, and he hits it.
Acuff has 45 points.
Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Here comes Alabama the other way. Reitzel to Philon. 1:05 to go. Need a bucket, down 2. Philon to his left. Working now into the corner. Allen, Amari going left. Cut off on the baseline, and a foul called on the floor. And that's going to send him to the line to shoot 2 with a chance to tie. He's 3 of 4 on the day, as that's going to be just the second personal on Malik Ewan. Two big free throws for the freshman from Green Bay, Wisconsin. First one's perfect. 105-104.
Done a little bit of everything in this game. Now 18 points, 11 rebounds, couple of assists. Nice job defensively, especially in the second half.
And just 2 of those boards coming in the second half, or since halftime. Second one up. Second one's perfect as well, and we're tied at 105. 54.5 seconds remaining. Clock starts. Here comes Acuff, bringing it front court with now under 50 to go. Acuff defended by Philon, the 2 stars of the day. Now it's Allen picking him up. They throw it into the corner. 3. Wagner short. Rebound tipped. Controlled again by Sherrill. Bama with the ball and a chance to take the lead. About a 6-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Philon front court. 17 to shoot. 23 to play. Philon still working against Richmond. Goes to his right. Driving. Flipping it out. Into the corner. Allen goes back to Reitzel. Driving, stopping, spinning. Allen, 3, no good. And a shot clock violation. 6 seconds to go, and Arkansas will likely get the final opportunity, and they will use a timeout right here.
Reitzel got in the lane. The defenders scattered. He was trying to pass out, should have taken the floater. And Bama ends up.
In the last 2 minutes, we have to put the exact time back on when the shot clock violation occurred.
Likely no less than 6. And again, a review brought to you by Bromberg's, Alabama's oldest and most trusted jeweler. Luttrell didn't expect the defender to sag off of him when he stopped in the paint. And he was open.
When the shot clock violation occurred, 7.3 will be on the game clock.
Plenty of time for Arkansas getting downhill with their guards. You know where John Calipari's going to go. Darius Acuff. Alabama's got to figure out a way to deny him the ball, possibly double team him. Get the ball out of his hands. Can't let Darius Acuff beat you. If somebody else does, you got to live with it. But Acuff, 45 points in this game. That is where John Calipari is going to go. No secret. Let's see how Bama defends.
Teams still surrounding their respective head coaches.
And also you have to defend without fouling.
Yep.
Both teams in the double bonus. Any bump, any hand check, any foul sends Arkansas to the line for 2 with a chance to win this game.
Oh yeah, they're 9 minutes into the Arizona BYU game, so you know they don't want this one to go more than 1 overtime. So don't be shocked if you get a whistle if you look at them too long. Acuff's phenomenal, 45 points. I don't think we've seen anybody have more against us, have we, since you and I have been doing this?
I don't know, kind of thinking about Chris Jackson. That was before our time, but we haven't seen a performance like this in decades.
So,
Acuff bringing it in. He's going to try to get it back.
He is. 7.3 to go. He'll inbound it. He does so to the big man, and they'll give it back to him. Acuff at 5, at 4, at 3, at 2. Acuff at the buzzer. It's no good. The tip wouldn't go, and we are indeed headed to double overtime. We dodged a bullet on the jumper and the putback attempt, I believe, from Brazil.
That wouldn't have counted.
It would not, but it sure would have stunk because we'd have had to wait and watch.
But the mid-range jumper from Darius Acuff, one of the few mid-range jumpers he's missed in this game. My goodness, what an incredible game. Bama gets a huge stop, and thankfully, we're in double overtime.
Back in 1 minute, 105-105 at the end of the first OT here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Planet Fitness has everything you need anytime the motivation hits, so you can give everything you've got. With most clubs open 24 hours, you've got access to our best-in-class equipment to tackle early morning reps, late-night miles, and every workout in between. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends February 27th. You ready? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, we've done this before. Bama 105, Arkansas 105. Overtime number 2. Roger Hoover hustled back down to the Bama bench.
Yeah, once again, a really spirited huddle for the Crimson Tide as they get set for this second overtime. And again, very similar to the huddle leading into the first overtime, talking about the situation of the game, rehashing everybody with Arkansas, who's at 4 fouls or into foul trouble, and then just going over personnel once again, trying to find a way to slow down Acuff in this ball game. But very businesslike huddle once again, Brian, for the Crimson Tide as we get set for overtime 2.
You know, one thing to consider here in double overtime, fast-paced game, incredible game, by the way. Alabama's a deeper team. Arkansas's had a couple of guys foul out, and they're not deep anyway. Aiden Sherrell's got 4. Alabama in pretty good shape other than that.
Yeah, that's going to say the one place you're not deep, though, is in the post, but not a traditional look anyway. We can play 5 guards better than anybody, as now Richmond has it between the circles, comes near side to Acuff, to Richmond again. Richmond. They sag off him, go to Acuff, far side, defended by Allen. Up top, Brazil, flips it over to Acuff. Bullet pass down low, Richmond lays it in for two. They got a nice backdoor look there for the open layup. A little pressure in the backcourt, but not much. Just a token look by Arkansas as Bama brings it ahead. Holloway now to Phylon. LeBaron to his right, stops, kicks it in the corner, Allen. Amari wanted to drive, couldn't. Now he will go to the baseline. Gets bumped a little, got caught in the air and threw it away. It's twice he's done that. Now here comes Richmond, driving through, laying it up, missing it. Rebound claimed by the Hogs, though. On the baseline, they throw it away. Allen with a steal. He got it back for Bama. Now a chance to tie with 4 minutes to go in the second OT. Phylon in the paint, drives it near side. Reitzel, driving it Holloway to Sherrill. He'll lay it up, missed it, got it back, and got fouled. That's not an and one, unfortunately, but he did get fouled. That looked like dead legs right there.
Well, he hesitated because the shot blocker was coming, ended up getting a piece of it, got it back, but not before the foul. That's one that wish they wouldn't have blown the whistle. It was a right call, but he'll have to earn them at the line. Beautiful pass from Aiden Holloway. The wraparound to Aiden Sherrill.
Sherrill hits the first, 107-106. Arkansas the 1 point lead, 3:49 to go. Trying to tie it here in the second overtime period. 3:49 to play, and he does. Alabama 24 of 30 from the free throw line. Arkansas 12 of 14.
Aiden Sherrill 24 and 13 in this game.
Richmond and a whistle and a foul away from the basketball. They're going to get Latrell Reitzel for a hold on Acuff. And that's going to send Acuff to the line to shoot two more. He's 7 of 7. And on Reitzel, that'll be his fourth, I believe.
Well, on the replay, Latrell Reitzel held Acuff, and Acuff held Reitzel.
Yeah.
And they get Trelly for the foul.
That's just his third, not his fourth. Free throw short by Acuff, his first miss of the night. Hope his shoulder is exhausted.
Listen, I hope this Arkansas team is exhausted.
Yep.
Because Alabama has a depth advantage.
Free throw up, free throw, rattled around and fell through. He got one of two. It's 108-107 with 3:40 to go. Bama basketball down one. Holloway front court, gives it off left side, Phylon. Back up top to Holloway. Aiden working against the defender, gives it to Sherrill now, top of the key. Sherrill going to his left. Cut off, picks it up, hands it off to Phylon. LeBaron, 12 to shoot. Phylon with it out high, playing off a screen from Reitzel. Drives into the lane, got fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. And on Richmond, that's going to be his fifth.
And that wasn't a great-looking offensive possession for Alabama, but when you have a great player like LeBaron Phylon, late shot clock situation, spread the floor, make something happen. He got past Richmond. A little bit of contact, put both hands on him. That's going to be a foul, and another Razorback goes to the bench.
And coming in for him, apparently, is going to be Jaden Karulachois. It's going to be only the 8th game in which he's appeared. He's averaging 3 total minutes per game. He's only scored 3 points on the year, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. For that young man again, Jaden Karulachois. He's a sophomore from Sun Valley, California, played at Village Christian High School, 6'4", 105 or 195. 6'4", 105. That'd been fun. 6'4", 195, and a sophomore for the Hogs.
LeBaron a chance to get a career high, had 32 against Mississippi State earlier in the year. He's got 32 now on 10 for 18 from the field, 9 for 11 from the free throw line. A couple big ones coming up.
Yep. It was the right call. You know, he really got fouled by 2 different guys. I mean, Wagner got him. Could have been his 5th, but they called the foul on Richmond first. Either way, Arkansas's got a guy out, but I'd rather have Richmond gone than Wagner, even though Wagner's hit a big three in this game late.
Billy Richmond may be Arkansas's best defender. He's matched up on the LeBaron Phylon, so that is bigger on Alabama's offensive end of the floor.
The foul was taken away from red 24 and put on red 21. Red 21 has fouled out.
Again, Richmond, a better defender, 20 points and 6 rebounds. Wagner only 8 points, but 5 assists and 2 steals in 35 minutes.
Yeah, I thought the foul was Richmond before Wagner came in and reached in.
Yeah.
But regardless, it'll be LeBaron Phylon at the line for 2.
And regardless, it's Jaden Karulachwa who comes in for the player who's fouled out for the Hogs. Phylon, 2 free throws. First one rolls off. He had to wait almost 2.5 minutes to shoot that first one on your watch, not on the game clock. After all the confusion and Cal taking forever on purpose to make the substitution because he didn't have a timeout.
And he's also played 38 minutes in this game.
Oh, Phylon hits 1 of 2. The second one hung on the rim and fell. Acuff with 47 minutes to go with 46 points. Phylon 33 points in 38 minutes. Acuff with the basketball. We're tied at 108. 3 minutes, 5 seconds and ticking time left in the second OT. Richmond kicks it near side. Karulachwa stopping, looking, back to Richmond. He'll throw it down low. Catching it and laying it in was Trevin Brazil. 110 to 108. Arkansas with the lead. Bama, though, with the ball. Phylon with 2:45 to go. Works to the wing, goes to his right. Drives, stops, up and under. Left-hand shot blocked. They're going to call goaltending on the shot. They want to review this one, which is really buying another timeout for John Calipari. Here's the deal. The ball was on its downward flight. I don't think it was going to get to the rim. Maybe he would have. Another review brought to you by Bromberg's. It's Alabama's oldest and most trusted jeweler. If that's the case, it's a jump ball, right? And Bama has the arrow. That's going to be really close. It was called basket interference on the floor.
And that's the first angle looked like a good block. The second angle looked like it was on its way down. That's close.
Tough either way.
Yeah, I'm not going to be surprised with whatever they decide on this one. And is it Alabama's possession?
The arrow looks like it's this way.
Yeah.
Just looking at the arrow down on the floor.
After video review, the basket interference goaltending is confirmed. 2 points.
That's huge because it does count, but you also keep the arrow in your favor.
Yeah, like I said, clearly a goaltender.
Yeah, exactly. Well put.
I thought both of the goaltending calls were so close, and I think in both cases, it's the call on the floor. Is there enough to overturn it? Probably not. Stay with it. A big bucket for Alabama to tie this game. And defensively, Alabama's had a couple breakdowns with guys at the rim, whether it's Billy Richmond or Trevin Brazil. At the rim, Bama's so concerned with Darius Acuff, and understandably so. He's got 46 points in this game, but you can't allow offensive players in red to break free for layups, which Alabama's given up a few of those here lately.
They're trying to get everything correct, including the time on the clock. 2:40 is what they've got at the moment. And I think we're going to stay with that. Doug Schals at the scores table along with Don Dickey and also.
By the way, all right, 2:40 to play, double overtime.
Don Dickey.
Correction with the review. The ball was going up, no basket. Because no one had possession of the ball, we go with the alternating possession arrow, which will favor Alabama. So it'll be Alabama's ball with 16 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh, my goodness.
How can you overturn what you've already stated was the call on the floor? Unbelievable. So 110-108, Bama ball underneath. Inbounds goes to Allen. Amari at the elbow, threw it back door, pump fake once, spinning, pump fake, shot, up and good finally by Aiden Sherrill. I didn't think he was ever going to let it go from 2 feet, but he finally did, and we're tied at 110.
Almost got a 3 seconds, wanted to kick it out to LeBaron Philon, thought better of it, and able to finish.
Acuff to Richmond, 15 feet out, jumper pops out, no good, and Bama can take the lead with 2:12 to go. Holloway front court with it, Aiden still with it, playing off the screen, goes to his right, kicks it to Philon, to Sherrill, back to Philon. He'll go left, he'll go to the rim, puts it up left hand and got it to go. He willed that one in. LeBaron Philon Jr. now with 35, and Bama leads by 2 with 1:50 to play.
Had a 6'11" shot blocker on his hip, put on the brakes, used his body off the glass and in.
We're in the second overtime. Acuff stopping on the near wing, flips it out, gets it back. Acuff working against Holloway, lets it fly. They call a foul on Aiden. The shot did not go, but they're going to give him 3 free throws. First personal on Aiden Holloway, and Bama fans are going nuts as they showed the replay once. Couldn't tell from the most recent angle. Nate Oates is livid after seeing the first one. We should tell on this review. Brian, he never touched him, I don't think. First free throws up, and good. Second free throw up and good. Tough whistle there, I believe, from Don Daly. Third one for the lead, and it's good. They were gifted 3, and they took advantage of it. 1:30 to go, 113 to 112. Just part of playing through adversity. Holloway on the drive. He got fouled, and he'll go to the line. Or is it an and one? Nate Oates wants the continuation. Will they give it to him? Oh, Doug Schals says no.
Oh.
A year ago, there's no question. What about now? 5 now, we do know that, on Richmond. Right call or not? Again,
he picked up his dribble. He's going into the motion.
So Richmond, the defender, fouls out with 5.
Yeah, I think that should be an and one.
Here's one reason why. You just gave them 3 on a questionable call on the other end. I mean, common sense tells you you got to work through it. It is, I know.
Yeah.
But normally they help each other out.
By the way, what a game.
Unbelievable. Both sides.
Unbelievable. 113-112. Alabama trying to tie this game and take the lead with a couple free throws coming up from Aiden Holloway. 2 of the best offenses in college basketball. A lot on the line in this game. And it has lived up to and exceeded expectations.
Dang, Cal, you ain't got a Smith or a Jones on the bench. You can throw in Elmir Joffich is checking in. He and Karulatois are the ones that are seeing their first action in second OT. Holloway, first of 2, up and good. And we're tied at 113 with 1:23 to play. trying to give Bama the lead once again. And he does. Houston Millette coming in to replace Holloway.
Alabama a little more size, a little better defender than Houston Millette.
And a guy who's already made a big three. I don't remember which. Was it in the first OT? I guess it was. It was huge at the time. Gave Bama the lead.
It'll be Reitzel guarding Acuff.
It will be indeed. Reitzel on Acuff, trying to set a screen for him. The switch now to Allen. Acuff still with the ball. Allen defending. He throws it towards the rim. They miss the lob. Bama claims it. And now, with 1:03 to go, can make it a 2-possession lead. It would take a 3 to do so, but they're up 1 now. Filon trying to drive, cut off, looks back in the corner. Come on, Houston. Oh, he did it again! Millette with his second overtime 3, and Bama leads by 4. Again, I'll say it. Oh, mercy! Houston Millette.
What a play by Houston Millette. He comes in for defense, but has the ability to hit big shots. His second huge 3 of the game. Arkansas so aware of LeBaron Filon and the unselfishness of Filon finding Millette. Filon with his 7th assist and a huge 3 by Houston.
Oh, man, I hope his dad's listening. I know he's watching. Ain't a better kid on the planet. He's hit 2 threes, his only points of the game, 1 in the first OT, another here in the second, and with 46.4 seconds remaining, a massive make right there for the Tide.
And we had a chance to catch up with Houston's dad before the South Carolina game, and you talk about a proud father.
As he should be.
He should be.
And that's before you ever get to the basketball conversation.
That's just a bonus.
That is indeed.
And what a play. Now, Alabama's got to get a stop.
They do.
And Darius Acuff, playing like Chris Jackson in the 80s and early 90s, has 49 points in this game. Arkansas with all kind of foul trouble. You know where the Razorbacks are going to go. It's Darius Acuff, and it'll be Latrell Reitzel matched up with him. But Arkansas's brought ball screens to try to get Reitzel off. Bama with some versatile defenders on the floor.
Acuff with it, flips it over left side, Brazil. He'll drive to the rim, and that was emphatic as he threw it in to make it a 2-point game. 117, 115, 35 seconds to go. Be smart.
10-second disparity between shot and game clock.
Shot clock at 17, game clock 27. Filon with it. Off the screen from Sherrill. Weaves through traffic, gets downhill. Throws it left side, Millette. 7 to shoot. To Allen now at 3, at 2, at 1. It is no good. Rebound claimed by the Hogs. 8 seconds. 7. Acuff at 6. Acuff driving to the lane. Off the window. No. Put back. No. 2 seconds. 1. Buzzer. Ball game. And hallelujah. Let's get out of here. Alabama wins it. As phenomenal a regular season game as you will ever see in 2 overtimes. Alabama hangs on by the skin of our teeth and wins it. 117, 115 is your final. From Filon, 49 from Acuff, but it's 117 for Alabama, 115 for the Hogs. Alabama with the victory improves to 19-7 overall, 9-4 in the league, the same record for the Hogs in conference play, and also 19-7 overall. Post game in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Probably a fun game for you guys. sure the fans enjoyed that, at least our fans. But, man, you got to give them a lot of credit because they're down men. I mean, to play a 50-minute game and basically play it with 7 guys. I mean, at the end, they played a couple guys that never really played, so they had to for the foul trouble. You got to give those guys a ton of credit. I mean, Acuff played 50 minutes, scored 49 points. Obviously, our defense wasn't very good on him, particularly in the first half, but even after halftime, he had 27. So he's a good player. We got to do a better job. As coaches having a better game plan. I did think we got a little bit better game plan there late, but man, he hit some tough shots and got to the free throw line. Shoot, him and Malik Thomas are pretty skilled. I mean, 2 of those guys go 12 of 20 from 3, hit every one of their threes except the one Wagner made there, I think at the start of first or second overtime, I can't remember, but a lot of the stuff runs together. But and you got to give our guys a lot of credit too. Aiden Sherrill, who typically hasn't been able to play much over 30 minutes, played almost 40. Ends up with 26 and 13, 10 of 13 from the field, 6 of 7 at the free throw line, and ends up winning our hard hat deal. He played hard. He played well. When we kind of went to the switch in and put him on some different guys there in the second half, I thought for the most part he did a good job. A couple tough calls went against him, but he just hung in there, kept playing hard. So thought Philon made some big plays late, particularly on the offensive end. Holloway made some big free throws and plays late. Houston Millette didn't score in regulation. Hits a huge 3 to first overtime, a huge 3 to second overtime that essentially sealed it to go to 4 points. I mean, I shouldn't quite say sealed it, but at the end of it, it was the game-winning shot because, man, it's a good thing they missed that pull-up and that follow-up dunk, man. But our guys just kept battling. We got down, we opened the lead up there in first half, kind of first 4 minutes of the game. They came roaring back, went up 14. Then it was 10 at the half. We came out, had a chance to make a free throw to cut it to 7, and it felt like a minute later it was back to 14, and that's when I called the timeout. So to be down 14 in both halves and fight your way back, get to overtime, we got plenty of end-of-game situations we got to do better at, letting Acuff get that 3 off late. We not good. They needed to get him inside the line. We got to review that. We got to be better, especially with a guy that had that many points at that time. So a lot to learn from, but it's great to learn from a win. So, and this is big. We're currently tied with them in the conference, and this is the only time we play them, so we got the tiebreaker. Big win as far as that goes for seeding. Now we got 5 games left, and we got to try to get our guys back healthy. The good thing for us is we got a lot more depth. I feel bad for Taylor. I thought he was going to be able to go a little bit more, and he just didn't quite have the pop. Great kid, great teammate. I asked him if he could go for us late, and he's too stiff. But hopefully, he's progressing the right way. Hopefully we get him in. London had some minutes in a tight game, which is great for him. Thought, some of these guys played a lot of minutes. We're going to have to get them rested by Saturday because it's a big game Saturday too.